So we have made it to the first Skyliner. Got our seats. I'm sorry, a little high there. There you go. And there's no air conditioning in this, but they have venting. So as long as this continues to move, it's actually a quite comfortable ride. I also love the fact that you're just generally with your group. When they first started, everybody was piled in together, and you would be in with 3 or 4 different groups. Once COVID hit, they switched that. I haven't seen people do multiple people in groups since then, but peaceful. I like to call this the most civilized way to travel around Disney property. What happens is they have certain ones that are marked to be okay for putting in ECVs. And they pull one aside, you roll in, you mark up, and then when the next one that's available in the line comes through, you pull forward and it pulls in here and you take its place on the line. And it's sort of a continuing rotating of about 1, 2, a minimum of 3, but probably about 6 or 7 that are consciously going on the lines, and we're starting to move. So the yellow one behind me is the secondary backup, and that's where people are going to film now. And while that does it, the new one's going to come down on the other side, and we're going to replace that one. It's kind of cool. Oh. So you can sort of see it. So that one replaced us. We're going to go in after this one, which means that one right there is probably the one that we need to go in for. Yep. See how it's going straight, but it's instead of turning? So the Wreck-It Ralph is the next one for us. And then we're here. Oof. Yeah, my back does not like what happened at that last trip. Hi, I can see you. Since I don't have to protect myself from sunlight right now, I am taking my hat off to let the excess heat leave my body. It is definitely a sweaty, hot day today. But we are going to check show times at Hollywood Studios because my expectation is they're not that bad right now. But now we're going to take a lovely civilized ride in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whee! Magic, yay! Thank you, have a great day. And here we are at Hollywood Studios, yay! Our goals today are to watch the 2 new stage shows, the remade Ariel Little Mermaid and the new Villains show. That's it. Anything else is gravy. Park is not crowded, so we're gonna get into some air conditioning, I think. I'll see if I can grab a picture just to show that I was here. And then we're going to go off and have some fun. Let's make some magic. I just did my impression of a salmon swimming upstream. The show prior to this one was letting out and it was crowded. So I am now going, waiting in line to go in for the Villains Ever After, Unfairly Ever After. So we're going to watch and I'll tell you what I think.
But true. Excuse me. There isn't a one who won't have fun more for Captain Hook. Oh, why, hello. Captain Hook at your service. Some applause for all that brat Peter Pan gets. That's just because I'm so horribly misunderstood. Do you not realize what a benevolent captain like myself can offer you? Freedom, wealth, glory, and above all, never growing up. Fancy that. And since you all let me see, no one sing. No. So try the life of a thief. Dissemble the life of a crook. There isn't one who wouldn't have fun working for Captain Hook.
Frightened the knave and the mirror away have I. Why, there's no need to be frightened of me. Isn't that right, my pet? Have you ever been forgotten? Left off the list? Omitted from a grand affair that the entire kingdom is attending? Except you, soul-crushing. Wasn't it my curse that brought Sleeping Beauty the kiss of true love? You can say that the happily ever after of Princess Aurora was my doing. Does anyone ever think of it like that? Misunderstood. Is that your call?
No, that would be the
Okay, so we are inside the back end of the launching bay. The main front entrance actually has been closed, but the back they've got still open. That's where the Visa meet and greets are. I think Chewie meets back here. It's pretty brutal hot out right now. It is 92 degrees. It is 3:43. 5 o'clock is usually the hottest time of the day. But I just want to come in and sit somewhere in air conditioning for a little while because I just saw the Villains Ever After show, and it wasn't enough time to cool down. I think my hair's a mess. Maybe not. It could be the stuff on me. Okay, so Villains Ever After. Very quick show. You got to see animations of a lot of the villains, including some of the recent ones. I was not, and each of the villains that comes out becomes an over caricature. It was very hard to understand what they were saying. They're saying, poor me. I'm the most, misunderstood villain. But yeah, it was very, very hard to catch what they were saying. Now, I was off to the far side. And then you cheer, and then whoever wins at the end gets the highest cheers. That person is the winner for that day. So it could change from show to show. You could have any of the three. It was Cruella, Captain Hook, and Maleficent as the three villains who came through. They all had original music, which I liked. There were at least the 3 live performers, which I liked. But it might be that I'm too hot and tired. And I've got to be fair in that judgment too. There were just all these virtual versions of characters and things, which just frustrates me. So I'm going to chill here for a few more minutes. I'm probably going to see if I can go behind there with the Disney Visa meet and greet and meet probably Darth. And see how we go. The next show I wanted to see was The Little Mermaid, and that is at 4:40 for the next showing, and it is 3:45 right now. If I hadn't stopped to get the photo op that I got, picture of which will go right here, I might have actually made it in time. So, but honestly, once I do that, I'm mostly done. I might go to Disney Springs. I've got brunch in Disney Springs tomorrow morning, but that means I have to get up early and get myself packed and pretty much out of the room. And I need to get change. I have a 20s only, and I need to make sure I can give tips to people. So those are my things for the day. Yeah, I'm tired. I actually was falling asleep in the line waiting to go in. Not once I was in, but the heat just was oppressive. So, and it's still empty. The worst line time is an hour, I think, for Toy Story Midway Mania. Most of the other times are significantly shorter than that. So this is a good weekend to go. It's Father's Day weekend. Don't know if that helps. It's funny because you have different things you can hold up in the pictures. You can either have Happy Father's Day or you can have Pride. It seemed inappropriate for me to hold up Father's Day, unless I want to, blow a kiss up to the heavens, which he would probably find a little amusing and a little maudlin. So I'm just going to drive in, see what they still have, because they used to have a whole display out here, and just enjoy the cold air for a little while, and not the yelling children, and I might get off the ECV and just kind of close my eyes for a couple minutes before we go back out into the heat and see the next show.
Mr. Potato Head is working. Mr. Potato is working. He's talking. His eyes are blinking. He's moving. We will grab a little bit of Mr. Potato Head as we get around to that point.
No, I'm saying. Yes, I am. Listen, pal. I'm saying you'll be playing. Oh, what a treat. So sweet. Talking to Jesse, Bobby, Ben, and Stinky Pete. Me and you. Is this an audience for Jigsaw Puzzle? Let me hear some.
Woo!
Honey, who's your favorite car?
You are.
Now, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Last night, Mrs. Potato Head said, honey, there's a salesman at the door with a mustache. I said, tell him I've already got one.
Ba-dum-bum. Mr. Potato Head, we love him working.
Boys and girls, you won't believe your eyes when you experience for yourselves our amazing marvel of the Midway.
I was just about to try to wait in the Little Mermaid line. They said I wouldn't get in the 5:20 show. It wouldn't be till the 6 o'clock show. So I was just thinking what I wanted to do. And as I was thinking, a raindrop hit me, a very large one, and then another one. And I went, oh, look, I'm going to jump into Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So we're going to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Extra bonus.
Testing. This thing on. Can you all hear me way back in the back?
They're getting in the car to go find him. And they're the Dapper Dan.
Possibly go wrong.
Oh no! I must have hit that track switch!
Okay, remember not to ride this when your back's hurting. Oh, wow.
Hooray, hooray.
Oh, no. We didn't even get the pretty weather. Glug, 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 glug. Happy fish. Fish, 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 fish singing. Oh, uh-oh. We're going down the drain. It's like this day is going down the drain. Oh, no. Oh no, we're in the front. We're gonna get killed. Please, Mickey, save us! Mickey and Minnie, please! Oh
no! What's this lever do?
Never a good plan. Never a good plan.
Back in the bar.
How many people noticed that Walt is in his train at the end of this? I just love that you're in the inside of the picture and it shows you going out. So we're going back into the, as if we were going into the same movie theater. Hi guys, so we went back, I went and did Toy Story Midway, I did, Toy Story Midway Mania. Went to go see The Little Mermaid and the line was already full waiting for the next show. I said, all right, let me kill some time. Went to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway because it started raining. Came back out, already full for the show, would be another hour for the next show. I'm like, I'm not standing in a line for an hour for The Little Mermaid. I love y'all, but no. So I said, all right, well, you know, I need to do some kind of a dining review. I haven't done stuff much before. So I checked the walk-up list and, well, one of the few places I've never eaten here is finally open. So we're going to do the Hollywood Five and Dime. I've heard very mixed things. I've heard great things, I've heard horrible things. So we're going to see what we think about it. That'll be in the dining review. So check that one out. We're on the wait list, which should be another 10 minutes. I'm going to park the ECV, get ready to go in. We're traveling out of Hollywood Studios. It is about 7:30, and I did want to use the pool, and I think this is really going to be my time to do that. So we're going to do that, and then I think tomorrow, oh, maybe that's what I'll do. because I've got to go to brunch at Summer House on the Lake tomorrow. But I also want to get beignets. But I have to look at the timing to get beignets because I have to take multiple forms of transportation to get to the beignets and then get back home. That's harder. And unfortunately, I can't get beignets and get home like late at night because I've got to do it on the mass transportation because the ECV cannot travel. Oh, little girl's like holding out her skirt doing a really cute picture. It's adorable. All right. So we're heading on out. We're going to be going by security again, so I got to put you away for a couple moments. But we're heading back, and we're heading back on the bus to Saratoga Springs. Oh, what a great day. Tell me, if you haven't done so already, could you remember to like this video? Hit subscribe, share, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline.